रुक करेंगे सीधे कॉन्क्लेव का, आपको सीधे तस्वीरें दिखाते हैं।
नमस्कार। सूचना और क्रांति का युग है और सूचना की जो शक्ति है, खुशबू को फैलने का बहुत शौक है, मगर मुमकिन नहीं हवाओं से रिश्ता किए बगैर। पहले हमारे पास सूचनाओं को पहुंचाने के लिए बहुत साउंड सोर्स होते थे, न्यूज़पेपर्स। तो जब वो रिलीज होते थे, सूचना आने से लेके और सूचना पब्लिश होने तक और फिर उसके सर्कुलेशन तक एक बहुत बड़ा टाइमिंग होता था उसको रिफाइन करने का, उसको डिफाइन करने का, उसको सर्च करने के लिए। लेकिन जैसे जैसे इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी बढ़ती चली गई, हमारे पास टाइम कम होता चला। अभी ये जो कार्यक्रम है, इसकी वेबकास्टिंग हो रही है, किसी के पास कोई चांस नहीं है कि वो इसमें से कुछ कट पेस्ट कर ले। तो बहुत जरूरी हो गया है अब कि हम सूचनाओं का जो आदान प्रदान करें वो बहुत त्वरित गति से तो हो रही है, लेकिन उसी गति से हम उनको सर्च भी करें, उनको रिफाइन भी करें। उसका एक बहुत बड़ा फर्क है कि जैसे भी आपके पास कोई सूचना आती है, हमारे मानस में हम एक पिक्चर बना लेते हैं कि ये ठीक होगी। सोशल मीडिया पे हम देख रहे हैं कि जो 70% से ज्यादा जो न्यूज़ेस हैं या जो इंफॉर्मेशन हैं वो बाद में फेक आती। बड़े से बड़े समाचार समूहों को ये लिखना पड़ रहा है कि वो विश्वसनीय हैं, वो नंबर 1 है। ये भी लिखना पड़ रहा है कि सिर्फ सच और कुछ नहीं। ये बताना पड़ रहा है ये सिर्फ इस वजह से कि कहीं ना कहीं इंफॉर्मेशन में अब इन्फेक्शन भी है, संक्रमण काल है इंफॉर्मेशन का, कि जो समाचार पत्र, जो न्यूज चैनल, पहले समाचार पत्र में छपी हुई कोई भी एक खबर, कोई भी एक बायलाइन लोगों के मानस पे इस तरह से अंकित हो जाती थी कि आंदोलन शुरू हो जाते थे। अब हम लोगों ने सूचना को ये मान लिया है कि सूचना, हर व्यक्ति के हाथ में मोबाइल है, हर व्यक्ति के हाथ में सोशल मीडिया के टूल्स हैं, हर व्यक्ति आज की डेट में इन्फॉर्मर। तो हमें फर्क समझना पड़ेगा सूचना में और न्यूज में। सामान्यतः हमारे देश में सूचनाएं ही 90% तक न्यूज चैनल का एक पार्ट होती। वही सूचनाएं हमें एक सूचना मिली, ब्रेकिंग न्यूज, फिर उसको हम थोड़ा सा ठीक करते हैं, फिर और ठीक करते हैं। होना जो सूचना के तौर पर जो होना चाहिए वो होना ये चाहिए कि बात अच्छी है तो उसकी 100 जगह चर्चा करें, है बुरी तो दिल में रखें और उसे अच्छा करें। सूचना होने का मतलब ये नहीं होता कि हम जिसको पर्दा चाहिए उसको भी बेपर्दा करें। मैं एक सेमिनार में शामिल होने गया था, तो मैंने देखा वहां इंटरनेशनल जर्नलिस्ट थे। तो हमने पूछा हमारे यहाँ से क्या फर्क रहता है, हमारी जो इंडियन रिपोर्टिंग रहती है और आप लोग। तो हम लोग घटनाओं को देश के पटल पर इस तरह से चित्रित करते हैं कि ऐसा लगता है कि जो हमारे यहाँ क्राइम है, हम क्राइम कैपिटल हो रहे हैं। अगर हमारी जो पॉपुलेशन है, हमारे जो सिक्योरिटी फीचर्स हैं, हमारे पास जो पुलिस बल है, अगर उसकी तुलनात्मक अध्ययन देखें तो हम जो बहुत रिचेस्ट कंट्री हैं, जो डेवलप कंट्रीज हैं, उनसे कई 100 गुना बेहतर हैं सुरक्षा के मामले में, सामाजिक ताने बाने के मामले में। लेकिन हो ये रहा है कि हम हर चीज का तुलनात्मक अध्ययन नहीं कर रहे हैं। एक सूचना को, एक तुलनात्मक अध्ययन होगा तो देश की संख्या के आधार पर होगा, आर्थिक स्थिति के आधार पर होगा, परिस्थिति के आधार पर होगा। जैसे कोरोना की रिपोर्टिंग थी, कोरोना की रिपोर्टिंग की भयावहता इस कदर थी कि कई लोग तो इस हादसे में चले गए हैं कि बाकी में क्या कोरोना इस स्तर पर है। तो मीडिया का, इंफॉर्मेशन का, कि हम देश को वैश्विक पटल पर कैसे स्थापित करें। अगर सूचनाएं सूचनाओं की तरह जाएंगी तो निश्चित रूप से वो सूचनाएं हमारा जो मानस है उसको भी कलुषित करेंगी, वो सूचनाएं हमें कहीं ना कहीं डैमेज करेंगी। तो सूचनाओं को परखने का जो काम है वो मीडिया का काम है। सूचनाओं को जो परखने का काम है वो इंटेलेक्चुअल्स का काम है। सूचनाओं में जो चर्चा करने का काम है कि क्या वाकई में ये इंफॉर्मेशन ऑथेंटिक है या नहीं। तो आज बहुत इंटेलेक्चुअल्स यहाँ हैं जो देश और विदेश पर तमाम वैश्विक मंचों पर अपना बौद्धिक ज्ञान प्रदर्शित कर चुके हैं। आज CII के इस कॉन्क्लेव में वो हमारे साथ रहेंगे। मैं यहाँ सदन में उपस्थित सभी दर्शकों का, सभी श्रोताओं का हार्दिक अभिनंदन करता हूँ, स्वागत करता हूँ और मैं ये उम्मीद करता हूँ कि इस मंच से जो चर्चाएं होंगी वो निश्चित रूप से सूचना और क्रांति के विषय में, मीडिया के विषय में, इंफॉर्मेशन के विषय में, हमारे प्रेजेंटेशन के विषय में हमारे मानस को और ज्यादा बृहद करेंगे, व्यवस्थित करेंगे। बहुत धन्यवाद, शुक्रिया।
Thank you so much, Mr. Naveen, for your insights over information and how it has become even more, the media has become even more responsible for the information sharing and how it has to check whether the authenticity is there or not. I now request Mr. Mohit Hira, co-founder Myriad Business and Brand Partners, and our moderator for the session, Mr. Mihir Merchant, Vice Chairman CII Bhopal Zone, and Deputy CEO Parmali Wallace, to set the context and take the session forward.
Okay, good afternoon everyone and welcome to the forum and the first session we have with our speaker. So, I would just like to, so how we will probably go about is that, of course I'd like to introduce the speaker first and then Mr. Hira probably give a small talk and then we open it up for more and more interactions. So, thank you everyone. Thank you Mr. Sharma for starting the conclave. Thank you Mr. Purohit for your remarks on the need and the power of information and more than that, the need for correct information. I think that is how we, and responsible information. That is how I think we need to take this forward. So, it's an honor for me to introduce Mr. Mohit Hira. Mr. Mohit Hira is the co-founder of Myriad Partners, an India-based global network of brand and communication specialists. He is also a venture partner with Yournest, which is helping many startups in and around India. And as we know, he's a man of many hats. He was originally a copywriter in advertising and evolved into a strategy leader with cross-functional experience in digital and traditional businesses, which include advertising, media, and marketing. He was a CEO with Hungama Digital Services and also the digital head at J. Walter Thompson India, as well as the regional business head on the Airtel account. Hira had joined JWT from NIIT, where he was the president of its B2C global online learning businesses that he had started. He was also the CMO of NIIT's retail and individual training businesses and helped in founding years of NIIT University. Also, as a director of Times Internet, he was the brand custodian for IndiaTimes.com. Prior to this, he was also the brand head of Economic Times Delhi, as well as Navbharat Times at the Bennett Coleman Group. He is originally a copywriter at the Contract Advertising Calcutta office. He grew up to take charge first as a creative director and then as a head of its Calcutta and Delhi offices. So over to you, Mohit, and look forward to a great interaction.
Thank you. Thanks. Good afternoon. Namaste. Right at the outset, thank you for inviting me because this is the heart of Incredible India and got it up there. It's a brand that Piyush's agency built, but it's also a brand that every one of you have built so lovingly and I've always transited through Bhopal. This is the first time that I'm actually staying and the first impressions are of a city that's probably India's best kept secret. It's such a pleasure to be here. So I'm told I have about a few minutes, to share my views on the power of information in nation building, or the power of information in projecting India globally. But the semantics don't actually matter, because today when you build a brand in a world which is digital, in a world which is borderless, you project it globally anyway. Whether you want to do it or not, whether you intended to do it or not, whatever you do is going global almost instantaneously. If this is being webcast today, you don't know where it's being watched. But before I go further, I want to actually go back, and I want to go a long way back to 1859, when a British novelist named Charles Dickens wrote a book called A Tale of Two Cities. And I'm sure many of you have heard the opening lines. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom, it was the age of foolishness. It was the epoch of belief, it was the epoch of incredulity. It was the season of light, it was the season of darkness. It was the spring of hope, it was the winter of despair. Now just think about it. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. The words are 162 years old, but they could be referring to today's world even now. A world where, we all kind of graduate from something called the WhatsApp University. You wake up in the morning, you're flooded with messages in a group, and they tend to bring out the worst in some of us. In August 2010, WhatsApp was made available to Android users in India, and it's like the floodgates opened. Today, WhatsApp has 530 million users. That's just under half the total population. In comparison, Twitter, which everybody keeps talking about and says, oh, Twitter mein ye hua, maine retweet kiya, usne ye bola. Even today, a conversation was happening. Twitter has just 22 million users. So imagine the power of 530 million users and what can go through WhatsApp. We've all seen how powerful it is. It's galvanized this nation to get vaccinated and create records of all kinds. But it can also mislead a group of perfectly normal human beings to become a lynch mob. And we've seen that happen also. So both ways. And information is very, very powerful tool. It's a double-edged sword. We've got trigger-happy social media junkies, and you don't know which way the sword will swing. For those of us who were there last evening with you, she made this analogy of the bandar with the astra. वो गला भी काट सकता है, नाक भी काट सकता है, पता नहीं किस तरफ अस्त्र जाएगा. Information also stems from our ability to gossip. Yuval Noah Harari wrote in his book *Sapiens*, A Brief History of Humankind, that gossip based on judgments began our rule of the planet. Before we began gossiping with other Homo sapiens, we were merely another mammal in the food chain. It's our ability to tell stories that sets us apart. But the thing about stories is that the person who hears the story is as important as the person who narrates it. Because once the words have left your mouth, the story will spin out of control. It's no longer in your control. You don't know where it can go. In advertising, when we build brands, we call this the stimulus-response effect. There's a stimulus and there's a response. So imagine an Englishman sitting in his cottage in the cold winter of North England. He sees a TV commercial that tells him Madhya Pradesh is the heart of India and home to tigers. Now the commercial doesn't actually tell him book a flight, book a hotel, come to the MP Tourism website and come and see the tiger. It doesn't tell him that. It just paints this beautiful imagery of a state that is so evocative. It plants the thought in his head, it simmers in his subconscious, and a few months later, he decides we need to go on a holiday to a nice warm place, Madhya Pradesh. And that's how communication works. It works at multiple levels, it works over time. If you remember 1989, and I'm an old man, I'm not particularly young. Bajaj launched a campaign called Hamara Bajaj. It portrayed the scooter as Buland Bharat Ki Buland Tasveer. I'm sure some of you have seen that film. Otherwise, just go look at it at YouTube. A few years later, we created another version of it called Naya Bharat Ki Nai Tasveer, because India had changed. But even before that, I wrote a campaign for ITC, parts of which were based on its developmental activities here in Madhya Pradesh. And that campaign I wrote was Nai Dishaएं Nai Aashaएं, or New Horizons, New Hopes. We had even more nationalistic campaigns run by various governments. We had Mera Bharat Mahan, we had India Shining, we had the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, we've had all kinds of communications, advertising happening. Because there was a time when brands were reflecting their synonymity with India. We didn't have WhatsApp, we didn't even have phones. You had to book calls on landlines to get through to another city. And information like the gentleman said, was curated and created very carefully because it was precious. It took a long time to percolate the audiences. एक वो ज़माना था और एक ये ज़माना. Today, half the time we are trying to distinguish between biased news media, biased reporting, unbiased reporting. We are battling to weed out fake news. I mean, just think about it. Fake news. The term itself is a contradiction because news was always meant to be the one thing you could trust. उसके आगे एक fake आ गया. And we created convenient terms like alternative facts. I mean, alternative facts. How can you even have alternative facts? We stopped calling advertorials as advertorials. We started calling them branded content. We started masking things. Now, I don't know if you know the concept of Joey words. Joey, J-O-E-Y. Joey, if you've seen pictures of Australia, is a baby kangaroo. Now, the baby kangaroo sits in the mother's pouch. Where it sits right here. That's the baby kangaroo. It's called a Joey. There are Joey words. A Joey word is a word hidden inside a mother word. So if you write down the word life, L-I-F-E, and you scratch out the F, you get lie. You write the word friction, and you cut out the R, and you get fiction. Lies are fiction, plucked out of life and cause friction. And that's what happens with us today. Likewise, the word information also hides another word. It's called nation. So if you look at it, there's an N and there's nation. You can form nation out of information. And we get away today with just about anything and take refuge in distorting the constitution because we say that's our fundamental right. It's our right of expression. Now there are 35 fundamental rights in the constitution and they have many subparts, so there are actually many more. But there are also 11 fundamental duties in the constitution, which we tend to forget. And one of them is to strive towards excellence in all spheres of individual and collective activity so that the nation constantly rises to higher levels of endeavor and achievement. Now, I know it sounds like I'm rambling, but the information we're referring to, and the speakers that are going to follow will also look at it from different perspectives, is a very, very fragile little thing. Headlines form impressions not just in Bombay, Bangalore, or Bhopal, but in countries around the world. The British believe our vaccination certificates can't be trusted.